Hello, my name is Mélita Toscan du Plantier. I've been director of the Marrakech Film Festival since 2001, and I've been coming to Cannes for 30 years. But I started very low. I was an hostess in the lobby of one of the main hotels and giving away some magazine about cinema. So I was dreaming, I was young and dreaming and watching all these actresses and directors passing in front of me. And then I started working as intern and then assistant and grew up slowly but certainly, and it has been 30 years in Cannes. And it's Cannes is very special to my heart. I think for a filmmaker, it's good to be here when you actually have a film in one of the sections. You have 4 big sections. The competition, Un Certain Regard, who are both in the official selection as well as some special screenings. And then you have the Critics' Weeks or the Director's First Night. So for a director, I think it's better to have a film because, people are very, very busy, Ken. It's also very stressful for everyone. I guess it's because there are so many egos here all together. So it's kind of tense and people are very stressed usually and very, very busy. So if you don't have a film, they won't have time for you much. So as a director, I think it's better to come when you have a film. For an actor, it's a little bit different because there is some other reason to come, because Cannes has partner as Chopra or L'Oréal who have ambassadors. And as an actress or as an actor, I think it's part of their duty to do the red carpet in Cannes because it's the biggest festival of the world. So it's good as an actor to be invited and do the red carpet in Cannes. And I saw some mistakes sometimes, not mistake, but I think Cannes, for an actress, for example, for the biggest actress of the world, they are very beautiful and elegant. But most of the time they are quite chic and sober. And sometimes you can see some models, rarely actresses, but who can wear some really crazy dress and they think they are at the Met Ball, but Cannes is not the Met Ball. So when they come with like crazy dress, with 3 or 4 people holding the dress, they can't even sit on a chair. So it's weird. It's people look at it, the movie people look at it in the wrong way because it looks more something to be seen for a dress and it's not the ideology of Cannes. So that's something that I wouldn't recommend for someone to have something who looks a little bit too much. So for example, in my case, I have been doing the red carpet for 28 years and for a few years now, quite years, like 15 or 17 years, designers lend me beautiful dress. So it's very exciting. I feel like Cinderella because I can wear all these haute couture dress sometimes and amazing dress for one night. And of course you have to give it back after. And for example, tonight I'm going to wear Sabyasachi. He designed this amazing dress for me. So I'm very proud to wear Indian tonight. But as a producer, for example, when we went up the stairs with Fatih Akin, I didn't want to be too dressed because the star of the film was Diane Kruger. So I wanted her to be the star that she was. And so I just wore that night a tuxedo, which I love to be more in my role as a producer, not as a public figure. I think for a director to be selected in Cannes, either at Un Certain Regard or in official selection. Of course, they would select only art film. And, the Bollywood film, I think only once, the festival showed Devdas, and Aishwarya Rai came, and Shahrukh, and Sanjay Leela Bhansali. They all came. And it was, I think, a very special screening, but it's Bollywood film are not very not very popular in France. So, and it's not it's more commercial film. And in competition or in all the other selection, it's not commercial film. It has to be more art film, sometimes even radical. Like Masaan. Masaan was in Un Certain Regard, but Sacha Guitry was here in competition, and Sacha Guitry is in the movie world is one of the cult directors for most of the biggest directors in the world. If you ask Martin Scorsese or Francis Ford Coppola, everybody loves Sacha Guitry. So if an Indian director wants to go to Cannes, I think he should think of making a movie who looks more like a Sacha Guitry film than a Bollywood film, just for the competition and the selection. It's very different. Devdas was out of competition. It was a special screening, so that can happen too for a very special film. But yes, my recommendation will be to do more art film and not too long. I'm also a producer, and I produce 4 films. My first film is an Indian film that I co-produced with Phantom, Masaan, from Neeraj Gaiwan. And it was a beautiful experience, and we proposed the movie to Cannes, and Thierry Frémaux took it for Un Certain Regard. And it was a magical experience, especially for somebody who knows Cannes very well, but I didn't know Cannes with a movie. So it was really fantastic. The whole team came from India. We had a great experience with Vicky Kaushal and Risha Chadha. And so it was really, really special. And we got 2 prizes. Cannes there is a whole world here. So many people coming, and a lot of important people. So on the official dinners, usually people are invited alone. And when you're a big star, you can be invited with 2 because they need you. But for the film, usually, in the official lunch or dinner, you are invited maybe 4 people for a team, or 5. And I remember that with Masaan, everybody came from India, and then they were asking me, like, Mélita, can we be 12 at the dinner tonight? And I had to push to get maybe 7 people, but Cannes is very complicated. We can't arrive somewhere with too many people. This is really not possible because it's too complicated. There is too many people, and if each film we're coming with a group of 10 or 12 people, it wouldn't fit to any dinners. So that's something that I had to explain to my colleague in Indian producers, my partners, and it was we finally managed it, but we had to, unfortunately, said to a few people that they couldn't come because it's too tight, and that's something people should know. It's really different than most of the festival for that. Too complicated. Everybody wants to be there, and there is a whole world. So it's it has to be a small group, or and it's already a lot. So most of the time I'm invited alone, for example, to dinners. So have a good festival for the lucky one who are here, and happy birthday to Film Companion.